Today we're going to get our PRESONUS PD-70 microphone to go from sounding like this to sounding warmer, bassier, fuller, to give you more of that podcast voiceover kind of style to your microphone. You're going to have to excuse the sun today. The weather's terrible outside. We end up getting like a lot of sun one minute, none the next, so my side of my face might blow out at times. But let's jump over to the PC. I don't know whether you use the Reaper plugins in OBS or whether you use a Go XLR. I use a Go XLR Mini, so that's what I'll be showing you this on. But you can copy the bands in a Reaper plugin. Like, they might not be exactly the same for your voice, but roughly I can show you how I spent hours and hours on YouTube trying to identify what was going on and how I managed to get the mic sound I wanted. I bought the PD-70 thinking like, oh, it's a broadcast microphone. I can't afford the SM7B, which obviously everybody wants, it's a dream. But when I got this, I was convinced I had quite a deep voice. Obviously not the case. But I've searched other videos since having it, and there's not a lot of bass. It's too crisp, this microphone. It's very clear, if you want a clear microphone, but it hasn't got a very good response at that low frequencies. I'm not an audio engineer. I don't know anything. Everything I've sort of learned, I've taught myself. I'll show you what I did, and hopefully it can help you if you have a PD-70 and you're just not really satisfied with the amount of low frequency or fullness of the mic, because it can be very harsh at times, especially on your S's. It does sort of start to ring in your ears a little bit. Lovely. First things first, cup of tea. Right, so we're over now in the Go XLR app. So I've reset, everything is flat, EQ is completely flat. If you look up in the top left, I've brought up the frequency response of both the SM7B at the bottom there and the PD-70 we're currently using up the top. I mean, you can see how much the 2K upwards is boosted, which gives you that real clear sound. Obviously, it's a really clear microphone. If you want it straight out of the box, plug it in, off you go. The low end of this microphone, I think, is completely sort of drowned out by all of that boost in the higher frequencies. Whereas if you look at the SM7B, it's pretty flat all the way from like 700 Hertz to about 4K, which is completely different to the PD-70. So the first thing we're going to do, everyone starts at the bottom. Everyone starts over here at 90 Hertz. Well, from what I've learned, you should cut before you boost. So if, for argument's sake, we go and have a look at the PD-70 and we say, right, from 1K upwards, there's quite a dramatic increase in the higher frequencies. So if we start by saying, right, to bring that down, we're going to go 2.5K and we're going to bring that down 3 decibels, say. So we go on our fine tune, we go to 2.5K. If you're doing a Reaper plugin, you can just make a band and go to 2.5. And we're going to bring that down 3. Right, so straight away I can tell that there's a slight change in my voice. And then if we go back and look at the 5K, the 5K we can drop about 3 also. Just going to move that to 5. So we've dropped that by 3 as well. Well, straight away that harshiness I can hear is gone. That I don't really like. If you actually look at like that 8K, the 7.5K, we've got a boost of about 4-5 decibels here. Yeah, about 4 decibels. Well, the SM7B actually has a cut about here. So if you imagine we bring the 7.5K down by 3 to where it's pretty much flat, and then we drop it by 1 just to drop that frequency and make a cut there. So now the only other problem we got is the 500 hertz. We changed this one to 500 hertz. So the 500 hertz is where your muddiness of your voice lies anyway. Or if you put it up, it goes too boxy, and if you put it down, it is kind of dead. So you want a slight drop here, probably, I'd say -4. I'd say -4 because it's already up at maybe 1 on the PD-70, where it's probably dropped by 1 or 2 in the SM7B. So I like either -3 or -4. Obviously every voice is different. I smoke a lot of cigarettes, so my voice is kind of broken anyway. And I mean, this could be perfectly fine, but I'd take this as a baseline. I'd probably, at about 80 hertz, just lift it up 2, right? And I'll drop this to 100. I drop that to 100, right? So now we've got a good baseline to start with. I don't like much more improvement than this, to be fair, because my voice is so hard to EQ. So this might not work for you, but it might. So I just like to put the bass up a bit, because I really do feel like it lacks that low end. My plosives are terrible, so I mean, maybe I should position my mic differently. Maybe you know how to handle your plosives a bit better than me, or you don't suffer with them so much. But if you do suffer with them, I wouldn't put this up too much. I mean, you want anything from 3 to 5 is sort of, feels right for me. I'm going to leave it there. That's a baseline. It sounds more like what I was expecting from the mic when I bought it. The sun's blown out again. I'm all blown out. This sounds now what I expected it to sound like out of the box. If I'd have known beforehand, I got this mic when it first came out, right? There wasn't many people doing sort of like mic tests of like too many different types of voices that I could sort of say, oh, my voice is a bit like that one. So I kind of bought it, and I've just had to deal with it. I mean, I've had it for over a year, and I've just about now got a sound I like out of it. So stick with it, try it before you go and buy another one. To be honest, if I'd have known, I'd probably bought the MV7, but that wasn't even out when I bought this. So if this has helped you in any way, leave a comment, let me know if you have any troubles, or give the video a like if it's helped you. It'll help more people if you do that. And sub, and I'll try and do some more videos on all my streaming equipment, how I've set up my camera. It's not an expensive camera either. I kind of do it on a budget. If I can do more videos like this that help other streamers out and stuff, then that'd be great. So give us a sub, like the video, and comment if you have any issues, and I'll get back to them as soon as I can. Cheers, guys.